Hello and welcome to Losers Watch Love Island. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Crista.
And we're here to recap episode 10 of Love Island USA Season 6. I'm going to start off with a recap of episode 9, where we got our new bomb, Miguel, who came in and blew everyone away.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone loves him, and everyone wants to make him eggs, and then they want to fight about the eggs and how that treated them. And pretty much it was a whole episode about him, and then a recoupling where he picked to live, and we got down to Cordell, and he picked to stay with Serena instead of trying a friendship couple with Hannah. Hannah went home.
Woo!
And that's where we pick up.
And no one's sad about Hannah going home.
Sure they are.
No.
Not us, but they are.
Absolutely not.
We pick up Liv and Miguel coupling up. They are having their first chat after the recouple.
Their first boring conversation of many.
Yes. Well, not actually that many, surprisingly.
No, they're very boring. He's still open.
Yeah. They do kiss. They do a kiss.
Because she kisses everybody.
Sure.
That's like her only jam because I don't think she has a personality.
His talking point immediately after that conversation, or talking head, sorry, it really solidified my choice for now.
Yeah, of being open, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Like, you're happy to get to know her still and whatever, but it doesn't change that you want to get to know anybody else, which then he tells Nicole he would like to get to know her.
Yeah, that's his next conversation is, Hey, Nicole, I didn't get enough chance to talk to you before recoupling, and now I'm going to talk to you a bunch right now.
Well, yeah, and he said that he's still happy to get to know Liv, and he thinks they have, like, a good connection, but he really wants to get to know her. And she said it's still early days.
Early days.
So she's also going to try.
Janae and Hakeem talking about their favorite food, waffles. Well, not their favorite food, breakfast. And
he said that's his favorite food.
And he said his favorite food is waffles, which is also for breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Very boring.
And
waffles.
I really liked how Hakeem asked Janae how she was doing, because this is the first time that Connor got to couple up with Leah, thus separating Connor and Janae.
Mm-hmm.
And Janae's response was like, I'm upset and sad about shit, but I'm not going to talk about it ad nauseum. She just complains about it for like a hot second and then stops.
Yeah, moves on.
Moves on.
Because I think she's a normal human.
How you should do it, especially in this game.
Yes. Leah.
Lena and Serena talk.
About how she doesn't even like Connor. How it's like one of those things where now that you have it, you don't want it anymore. Because she's a terrible human being.
Terrible.
Everything about her is ridiculous. Anyways, picked him. Now she has X.
He's really turned on Leah. She sucks now.
His jeans are too tight, okay? Like, grow up. Why are you here? I'm here to find a connection in a relationship, but if it's not toxic, I don't want it. Like, that's actually insane.
Yes, and she goes around and tells, like, all the girls this at different points.
When Janae comes into that conversation.
Yeah.
And Janae's just laughing about it because that's actually insane.
Yes.
And we all knew you were crazy.
Yeah.
From the minute that everything happened with Rob.
Leah's talking head does say that, like, I'm ill and this is a problem. And then Janae's talking head is, this girl's fucked up. She is toxic.
Yeah. And she only likes toxic men, and there's a problem with that. And it's not, like, I think her and Rob had a toxic relationship, but I don't think that Rob is a toxic person. I think that them as a couple was not right.
Yeah. And I think a lot of their weird issues was Leah, like, looking for shit to be mad, like when she threw water on him in that first game.
Yeah, and I just, like, from what we've seen of him and Andrea, I don't see the same toxicity that he had with Leah. So at some point, when do you realize it's you and not the toxic men that you're looking for? You are the toxic.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't. She makes me so mad. This whole thing, she makes me mad.
Yeah, Leah pretty much sucks.
My favorite was Serena's talking head, though, and being like, Leah just likes drama, and that's it. That's all. If it doesn't have drama, she can't do it. Feeling secure and safe? Absolutely not.
Yeah, Serena's a real one.
She gets it. And she gets that Leah is crazy.
Speaking of Serena, her and Cordell talk. They have a makeup conversation talking about how, like, they're making up for the fact that they weren't a strong romantic connection at the beginning of the show. And then they kiss. And this is their first outside of a challenge kiss.
I think they've redeemed the relationship. I think they're actually working towards it. And I think that's sweet. Like, I get that she's a slow burner and that's not what we're used to on this show.
Yeah.
But the reality of life is sometimes people take longer than other people. And I think that she's really trying now. And I like it.
Yeah, I really like that she's trying with my boy Cordell.
Yeah.
Go for it, Cordell. You got this. You made the right choice, goddammit.
We didn't talk about Kayla and Aaron. Kayla crying because she's just so happy to have found him. That's so cute.
Yeah. We don't talk about actual love connections on this.
Fine, I just like them.
What are you going to keep saying? Oh, they're great.
Yeah.
And every 5 minutes, we're just going to be like, oh, Kayla and Aaron, they were great.
Yeah, because every time they're on the screen, I'm like, aw, because they're cute.
Hey, just to remind you, Kayla and Aaron are great.
Oh, they were adorable. Fine, move on. To move on to what? Leah? You want me to talk about Leah some more?
Well, no, we're fine. We get the gist. Everyone gets the gist. Everyone hears this, they get the gist. Leah sucks.
Okay, but for real, they go to sleep. Leah says, I burn too hot. I can't cuddle at night. I burn too hot and blah, 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 because she has the ick and doesn't like him. The next day says, I need to tell Connor I don't like touching at night or at all during the day. Like, just stop being a terrible person and just be honest. Tell him you're not feeling it. Tell him you don't like it. But we all know you're a lying bitch.
Ooh, true facts, but oof.
Moving on.
Miguel's trying to get with Nicole.
Yep.
So they have a conversation, and then they're both like, I'm really feeling this girl, and I really like her, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I like Miguel. He looks great. He's definitely my type.
Yeah. But then you skipped over that Leah and Connor actually did talk to each other. And she just said, I'm just not touchy at night. I just don't like being touched at night. Why? Why can't you just tell him? And then her talking head, she says, oh, I just want a toxic person. Send me to the psych ward. Just tell him.
Agreed.
Sorry. And then we got a text.
And then we got a text.
Liv got a text.
Liv got a text about festival time in the Burning Love game.
Hashtag hot mess.
Yeah.
So basically, you're with your couple. You're both wearing these weird-ass glasses that neither of you can see.
And you're dressed up like you were at a music festival.
Yeah.
And it's so important.
So normal to their lives. You can't see anything, but the guy has to direct the girl to find a cupcake on top of these mushroom cakes. And they have to eat it without their hands. But, like, you can't see shit. Neither one of them can see shit. So it's very confusing.
The goggles are mirrored.
Yes. And then they eat the cupcake, and then they grab a mushroom cake, and they feed it to the other one, which most of them just whipped cake onto each other.
Yes.
And then you find a slushy station. You pick a cup. They have some kind of thing on it about the other couples. You pick one, then you throw the drinks, the slushies, onto the couple that you're choosing for your answer. And then they make out. And that's the normal end of the game.
They have to find a cell phone in a porta potty. And then they have to take a selfie after getting gooed. And then they make out, being all gooey.
Sorry, forgot about that.
Very important. The goo is important.
So the first couple up is Kendall and Nicole while they're doing the instructions.
Yep.
And their question was, which couple do you think will burn?
Well, they'll burn another couple.
Sorry, yes. And they pick Liv and Miguel.
Yep. Good on them. Fair.
No surprise there. Makes sense. They're the newest. Then we have Connor and Leah go.
Yep.
And their question was, who would you not want to be abandoned with on an island?
Yep. And they chose Janae and Hakeem because Connor is very angry at Janae.
Then Leah just is a bitch.
Yeah.
So she just goes with it. But, like, she also, besides that, really tried to get out of the kiss at the end.
True.
It was very awkward. Like, you could see her pulling away the whole time, and it was very uncomfortable. And then, but in their defense, I also don't think I'd want to be stuck on an island with Hakeem and Janae.
I wouldn't want to be stuck on an island with anyone.
No, that's true. But I just don't think they'd be my top choice of people who could maybe save me. I'd probably pick Rob, to be honest, because he's a snake wrangler, and I feel like he could at least keep me somewhat safe and fed. So I think that's who I'd have to choose if I wanted to be stuck with someone. Well, if I had to pick one.
Okay. Serena and Cordell went next. They got which couple is the most toxic, and they chose Leah and Connor. And they chose it as, like, they're the most two toxic individuals. They explain it, that they weren't, like, thinking they're a toxic couple, but Connor's being very toxic to Janae, and Leah's a fucking toxic mess.
She's a psychopath, so it makes sense. I mean, that's who I would have chosen, too.
Yeah, and then Leah starts bitching at Serena, and then Connor bitches at Janae, and it becomes a whole thing where they're all just, like, talking over each other and being like, why are you choosing me? Why are you choosing her? Why are you yelling at her? Why are you yelling at me?
And it's just ridiculous because I can't believe that Leah and Connor said to Serena and Cordell that they're a fake couple. I just don't know what they see that we don't see, because I don't see a fake couple from them. I don't see a fake human from either of those two people.
Maybe they're still on the fact that Serena
didn't like him and then did.
Yeah.
Which is stupid. But you're all dumb. Just shut up.
Just shut up, get over it, or show us the fact, like, these storylines that are happening behind the scenes, apparently.
No. So then Liv and Miguel get faking it till they make it. And obviously, because Liv is a fucking petty bitch, she just throws both drinks on Hakeem.
Yeah.
Get out.
Janae didn't get any drink. Hakeem got 2.
Yeah.
I thought he took it well.
Yeah, 100%.
But then he makes, like, it's not even, like, too bad of a comment. And, like, thanks for the refresher or something like that.
Yep.
And Janae gets mad at him for fighting back. And it's like, he's not fighting back. And I'm very confused. I want to know what Hakeem did. What did he do to deserve all this hate from the Islanders? And in his talking head, he says, everyone hates me. I've made some enemies.
And also just move on already. Like, how come they can't be like Janae, who somewhat has moved on, and she makes little comments when he makes comments, but I don't think it's as intense as Liv is being about Hakeem.
Yeah, definitely not.
It's crazy. And they were together for a day. Move on.
Agreed.
And then we got Kayla and Aaron, the cutest couple, and they got most likely to burn out first. And they chose Leah and Connor.
Yep.
As they should. That is the couple who will burn out first.
Yeah, but Kayla did go overboard. She started talking and explaining to them, like, why I chose them, blah, blah, blah. And it was a little much.
But I agree with her point. I just think that Kayla's not in the wrong. I think she talked too much because I think that's who she is. But they're not going to work. Leah's already said she doesn't like him.
Yeah, I know, which is why Connor and her are getting all this hate. But
I feel for Connor in a way that he keeps getting shit on. But I also think you made a bad choice by picking someone that's a psychopath.
Agreed.
So you deserve this all at the same time.
You do.
Yeah.
Rob and Andrea went next. Which couple would you like to see dumped next? And they chose Hakeem and Janae.
And she specifically said that you want a boyfriend, not a bestie. So I do understand why they chose that.
Yes. No arguments there. No one argued or fought over this one that we saw.
Because that makes sense.
Yeah.
It totally is fine.
Janae and Hakeem go last. They get which couple is the most annoying, and they chose Connor twice.
Just Connor.
Just Connor, not Leah, which, I mean, she deserves it too, but Connor is always being a little bitch to Janae for some reason, even though he chose someone else and not her, but whatever.
I would have still thrown it at Leah.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I would have thrown it at Leah too.
So then we finally get to see Leah and Connor have a conversation because he is a little upset by all the hate and confused. He doesn't want to look like an idiot.
Yeah,
but it's
which
too
is
late
fair.
for him. It's too late, buddy.
Yeah.
I really want a movie night. That's all I want in the show is a movie night of all the dumb things Leah has said behind everybody's back.
Yeah, like every 2 days we get just a movie night of all the talking heads being like, I don't even like this person,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
I'm pissed off that he straight up asked her.
Yep.
And she still lied to his face.
Yes, she did.
And said, no, I think we're on the same page. What are you talking about? And I feel bad because he's being very mature in the conversation. I think he just is a mature person for the most part. For the most part. He's just trying to have an honest conversation. He says, like, can you just tell me if I'm stupid in this situation because everybody's seeing something I'm not seeing? And she's like, no, absolutely not. You're fucked. And then her talking head 2 seconds later is like, I'm a terrible person.
Yeah. At least she admits that she's shitty.
Holy. It's just a lot.
Yep.
And she's like, I'd tell you if I feel any other way. Like, you're being brutal. The poor guy. And then they kiss.
And then Connor walks away, and then his talking head is like, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. We'll try.
Yeah, I'd rather
hopefully
look
all's good.
stupid than miss out on something great.
Yeah.
It's not great.
No, but he doesn't know.
I know, I just feel so bad for him. And then, do you think, sometimes I think about what they think when they're watching this on TV later.
Well, I hope they feel mostly bad about themselves because they deserve it.
Yeah, I hope he's looking at this and he's like, holy fuck, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I really hope that as well. Moving on past Leah.
Yes, we're moving on.
Kendall,
Wait, Sorry, one more thing about Leah. So sorry.
Uh-huh.
What about the weird conversation between her and Aaron when he was talking about how there's slime in his balls and she was like, yeah, you're walking really weird. And then she was like, do you want me to help you clean it off?
It was an innocent flirt,
It's just,
possibly.
it was just weird. Oh, I'm waiting to shower with
Kaylor.
Do you want to come? Open invite. And she's like, Like, it was just, it felt weird.
Innocent flirting is what I'm going to pair that off as.
If we're pairing that, I think Aaron's not good at flirting.
Okay, yeah.
Because it just felt like awkward.
It did.
Anyways, go ahead. Kendall.
Kendall is sensing that there's trouble in paradise for him. He senses that Miguel wants to move in on Nicole. And he's telling Cordell this.
And then he says, I don't think I have anything to worry about. It's just a test for us.
Yeah, Miguel probably isn't even her type, I don't think. Dun, dun, dun.
And then we cut. Well, I mean, I do like that Cordell is such a hype man to the hype man, because I think they're both such hype men.
Yep.
And I like that they're trying to, like, Cordell's really trying to hype him up. But then we cut to Nicole and Miguel on the dock.
Yeah, the most romantic place, the dock.
Because the dock is so cute. It's a cute new location.
And I said Liv has really bad luck because all of her partners go to the dock to pair up with someone that isn't her.
Yeah, to make out with another person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
They have a cute talk, but Nicole says she doesn't feel giddy with Cordell, like the same butterfly kind of feeling. That Kendall, sorry. Because she wants to feel that, but they have so much in common, but that's not happening.
Yes.
But
she's trying and it's not working.
And so that's kind of sad for him, but
Miguel gives her the butterflies.
Yeah. And they kiss because she wants to see if that's going to work for her, which I get. I understand that. Okay, not me. Get over here. But I understand that that's what you're here for. You're here to find the right connection for yourself. So if there's somebody else that could be better and you're not getting it with someone else, that's cool. I just hope she tells him sooner than later.
I also hope that.
And I want to give her the benefit of being a good person.
Everyone's a terrible person. So they kiss a couple times.
Yeah, because she asks for a second.
Yeah.
It was cute. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, then we get a quick little cute conversation between Aaron and Taylor. So now you get to be like, oh, I love them.
They are so cute. I did rate that they're so cute.
Yeah. Aaron's willing to move because he's such an easy breezy guy.
I thought it was nice that she asked him about it. Like,
yeah, because a lot of this shit doesn't work when you live in different countries.
Unless you're Jesse and Will.
Sure.
Shout out to Love Island, UK, somewhere else. They're still in love, still together. Beautiful love. But it's true. If one of you's not willing to move to the other, or at least spend the time in the other place here, it's not going to work. And I like that her talking head after talked about how she knew this already, but she wanted to actually have that conversation because they hadn't yet.
Yeah.
So I think that's nice that they were able to actually have that talk and that he's just willing to move and do whatever she wants. Yeah, it's great. That's cute.
That is. Oh, they're so cute.
They are so cute.
Okay, we get Nicole and Kaylor meet in the change rooms.
Yes.
And then Nicole tells Kaylor all about her and Miguel. And then Liv walks in. And then
she runs in because Liv's so nosy.
Okay.
Liv just ran in there and was like, what are you guys talking about? Like, she's so intense all the time.
Agreed.
But yes.
I'll agree with the intensity. I didn't see the running in, but...
Oh, yeah. She, booked it in there. And Nicole...
tells Liv...
right away that...
Miguel and her kissed.
And I thought that was very respectable of Nicole.
Yep.
She said that she wanted to tell Liv first and that she didn't tell anybody else because they're friends. And I think she feels bad about it because they're friends. And Liv said that that's fine because you actually told me.
Yeah, but was she going to tell her? Or did it just happen to be that she ran into her and then, because of the conversation before, just had to have it?
But she didn't have to tell them there because she hadn't even told Kaylor.
Yeah, but she was just talking to Kaylor about how her and Miguel were doing so well. And then if she walked out of that room and then Kaylor just told Liv, it would look bad later, definitely.
Yes, but she didn't have to tell them about the kiss at all because Kaylor didn't see the kiss. So no one actually knew they kissed. Like, she chose to tell them in that situation.
Yeah. Well,
and
that's what Kaylor says, at least.
You mean Nicole?
No, I think Kaylor is just saying I didn't see those kiss. Apparently, the dock is visible in other spots because we had that whole Leah and Rob go into the dock.
But regardless, she did tell her.
Yep.
And I thought that was good of her. And I liked that. I know it's weird for me to say I liked something Liv said. This is new. But I like that Liv said, I'm glad you told me, because if she hadn't, then she would have been pissed. Like, I like that Liv is, if you like him more and he works for you, then go for it. Because I don't think she has a connection with anyone.
Yeah.
I
Doesn't
think
seem to, really.
she has the connection with the devil himself, and that's it. And, like, I don't know what she's looking for.
Okay. Moving out of the change room.
Yeah.
That conversation, we get Cordell and Serena going on strong.
Cute.
Having smoochies.
I thought it was cute. He kissed her neck and everything.
Yep.
They seem very genuine with each other. I think it's sweet.
Yes, and I want my boy Cordell to have the best.
And I like Serena.
Yep, I do too.
I think she's a very realistic person in this show.
True.
And I like that.
Connor and Janae have a chat, finally.
Holy fuck. Yeah.
And it turns into a big old screaming match.
And everyone can hear. I love when everybody looks over and they're all just like awkwardly like, do we listen?
Do we listen? Well, we can't not listen, but do we be louder so we don't hear them?
But I know I kind of said this too while we were watching it, but I think a lot of her anger is hurt.
Yep.
In this situation. And I feel bad for both of them because I feel bad he's getting yelled at. But I also understand why she's so angry because I think she's hurt. I think she really liked him.
Yeah. And it, like, the betrayal and what Janae does tell Connor is that, like, you didn't communicate with me how you were progressing with Leah, or like how strong your connection with Leah was. So I was half blindsided by you just jumping ship.
Well, and he kept saying, I did tell you. And we did see him tell her, but she was the one asking him, like, do you think you're going to go for Leah? Do you like her more? Do you want to be with her? Like,
yeah.
He didn't bring this up except when she brought it up. So I get that frustration.
Yeah. And then agree to disagree is a fine statement.
Yeah, and he keeps fighting her on it. I'm like, just let it go.
And then that only heats things up, because when someone says agree to disagree, that's kind of like, it's time to stop the conversation.
Yeah, I don't want to talk anymore.
Yeah.
And then Ariana Maddox shows up, and she's still having this conversation with Connor or whatever, and she starts getting really upset because obviously I think she knows she's
screwed.
Yeah, when this happens. But he says, oh, I'd love to revisit this later. She's like, absolutely not. And stop. You've had your conversation. You both said what you think you needed to say. Just stop.
Yeah. So then we go to the fire pit.
Yes. So we knew that from the preview that there was going to be a America's voting.
Yes.
But they didn't know that.
Correct.
So it was a big surprise. Like, somebody was like, is this normal? Nicole asked that. And they were like, no. But it is. So she shows up to tell us who the top, who the safe couples are, because the top 3 get to be safe, and then the bottom 3 are vulnerable.
Well, there's
bottom
7 couples here.
Yes. So sorry. 3 couples are safe, and that's only because Liv and Miguel couldn't be voted.
Yes. Miguel's too new, so his couple is safe, so Liv's safe. And I like that she sits down and says, thank God for you.
Yeah, because it is all him. Otherwise, I think she'd be gone.
Okay, so at this point, who did you think were going to be the bottom 3?
Oh my God, I didn't write it down. We talked about it, but I didn't write it down. I thought that Leah and Connor were for sure going to be on the bottom.
Yep.
And I thought Janae and Hakeem.
Yep.
And who was the other couple? And then Serena and Cordell, I thought would be the other third couple, just because everybody seems so questioning about them.
Yeah. I said Cordell and Serena, Connor and Leah, Hakeem and Janae.
Yeah. So
those were my guesses.
Yeah.
And then immediately we get Serena and Cordell are safe. So which I was wrong.
Which was wild, because I just didn't think that would be it. And
America loves them.
Kayla and Aaron, which we both thought would be safe.
Yep.
And then Leah and Connor.
We're safe. What the hell?
You're joking. I can't get rid of these people I can't stand.
America, wake the fuck up.
Yeah, like, what are you guys seeing that you think is good? But up to where did they see also? Like, they got to start voting at the end of last episode.
Yeah.
But Leah was pretty a psychopath.
Yeah, but she wasn't, like, extra shitty with Connor.
I guess.
So hopefully she goes home soon.
Yeah.
So it ends up being Robin and Andrea, Janae and Hakeem, and Kendall and Nicole all in the bottom 3.
And then I wrote down that I for sure thought Janae and Hakeem were going home, because when we see this happen, it's always the girls pick a boy
Yep.
and the boys pick a girl to go home. But no. Let's throw a new fucking wrench in the plan here. And the boys send a boy home and the girls send a girl home. That's crazy.
At this point, I agreed with you at first, Hakeem and Janae. I thought they were going to go home. And then at this point, like, you have to readjust. And I thought Nicole was leaving and Hakeem.
Yeah, still Hakeem, though, because he...
Still Hakeem. Everyone hates Hakeem.
Well, and on top of that, even with the boys voting, he's the only one that wasn't in a strong couple at this moment. Because the other, like, Andrea and Rob are strong, and then Nicole and Kendall have been strong. And they even talked to Miguel in their conversation about who they were going to pick.
And to see if if Nicole has a strong connection.
Yeah, with Miguel and Kendall.
Yeah. And he said, yeah. So, like, they didn't want her to go home, and they didn't want Kendall to go home because of that connection.
Yeah. But they were talking about maybe sending Kendall so that Miguel, if Miguel really thought that he would be into Nicole, like, that was part of that conversation of, do we send him home so Miguel can try because she's not into Kendall anymore, or what? Like, what should we do in this situation? But Hakeem makes the most sense still.
For sure.
Not strong. The girls, though, being able to choose threw me off because it
got complicated.
Yeah, like, that's I couldn't even write who I thought
they were going to choose.
Yeah, I just wrote I'm sad either way because...
No one good, like, none of the girls had a good option because Janae was such a part of their experience, and then Nicole has connections, and Andrea is super connected to Rob.
Yes, and Serena's one of the ones picking not to send people home, so I knew at the very beginning she said to Cordell specifically, don't send Janae home, because she also thought the guys were picking the girls.
Janae has to go.
Yeah, it was just crazy. Like, for me, I would have sent Janae home. That's like my top person that in my head makes the most sense to send, because you don't have a strong connection. I'm sad. I love Janae. But you don't have what the other two girls have or are building, where Nicole's trying to build that with either Miguel or Kendall.
Like, Janae got a rough hand being dealt this whole game, whatever. But at this point, when you are choosing, like, you have someone in a strong couple currently, and then someone who has two connections that she's trying to explore, and you have Janae sitting there waiting. Like, get rid of the person waiting. I'm sorry.
Okay, so let's talk about the guys picking. Like, let's talk to them having their conversation first, because we kind of did, like, where they were talking about maybe picking Kendall and that kind of stuff. Like, I thought they had very reasonable points that they were all talking about before they made their decision. And I think the girls have fucking lost their minds.
Correct.
Their whole conversation, like, the first thing when they sit down that they say is, oh, but definitely not Janae, because she is our best friend. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing. And they're, like, going through about Andrea's connection with Rob and Nicole's connection with Kendall. And then they even talked about how she had just kissed
Miguel,
and how Nicole has such a strong connection. Like, I feel like they just completely passed over Janae because they're friends.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before. That's actually crazy thinking.
It is. This is not the point of the show.
No, and it's because Liv and Leah, oh my God, Liv and Leah, it just is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm mad. Okay, let's talk about who they pick so I can continue my mad rant.
Okay, the boys pick Hakeem.
Obviously.
Connor gets up and does the speech, and he kicks out at Hakeem.
And Hakeem says it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, he gets it.
Makes sense. He gets it. Rob and Kendall get to sit down.
Yes.
And then the girls get up, and it's Serena delivering the news.
Which also, why is it Serena? So the minute Serena stands up, I know it's not Janae.
Yep.
That's clear, because they're not going to do that.
Fingers crossed, please, Nicole, please.
Yeah, like, and then they fucking say Andrea. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's actually wild. And Aaron gets right up, and he's like, are you fucking kidding me? That's actually insane.
Hold on. First, Rob is sitting down, and Aaron gets up and then holds Rob back.
Yes.
Because Rob is pissed.
Because Rob's going to go home. Like, that is the exact thought that they all thought. Because they kept saying, don't do it. And Rob's like, no, like, this is fucked. And they're all, like, now yelling at the girls because everybody, like, Aaron's in tears about how ridiculous it is to send someone home with a strong connection. And even when the girls were talking, Liv literally said, who do we punish? Do we punish the person who fell for someone right away, or do we punish the person who's playing the game the way you're supposed to play it?
Well, I think that might have been towards Nicole versus
it was towards both.
Yeah.
It was the strong couple and that. No, you sent home the person who doesn't have a connection.
I agree.
I'm 100% on Aaron's side here. They're all up. Rob's up screaming as well. And he's like, what are you talking about? And in my head...
Protest vote. Every boy leaves right now. Fuck you. It's Love Island. Just girls. All the boys leave in solidarity. Go.
I think it's insane because in my head, I think Leah forced this vote because Liv's a psychopath and she just hates everybody. So she's like, yeah, fuck Love.
And she hates Rob.
And I think that Leah thinks if she can get rid of Andrea, maybe she can get a second chance. Because they even talked about it with her in that conversation of picking. Do you still, like, have feelings for Rob? Do you still, like, miss that? Like, whatever. And I think she's trying to, that's in her brain. I can still have a chance.
Well, I sure hope not.
I hope Rob goes home. I've never actually wanted that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's
I hope Aaron goes home.
No.
I hope Aaron and Rob go home together.
No.
Fuck you, Kaylor, for picking this girl. Fuck you for kicking off her. Rob, you leave with her. And Aaron, you leave with your boy, Rob.
I also think it's strange that both sides, more the girls than the guys, and I think they only said it because the guys said it was a unanimous decision.
Yeah.
And they all decided. I think that's a lie.
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, like, you might have maybe they all conceded, but...
There's no way that they just sat there for a minute and they were all just like, yep, Andrea. Like, I don't picture that because it doesn't make sense.
But you had no one going to bat for Andrea.
Or for Nicole, though.
True, but, like, that's...
But why did we go for bat for someone who doesn't have a connection? And Serena's whole excuse of she deserves to find love. Okay, but...
Andrea found it.
Yeah, and then what if...
Found it, big quotation marks.
What if Janae never actually couples up and now she's the next person home?
Hopefully she is.
But you guys now sent... I hope Leah or Liv go home.
Okay,
true. What do you mean? Because Liv is also in a couple where they don't like each... Anyways, it doesn't matter. I just think it's super unfair. And I 100% understand why everybody's so mad and Aaron's, like, crying. And then he gets mad at Kaylor.
Yeah.
And I'm 100% on board.
Yeah, 100%.
Go the fuck. And then Janae is crying because they're all talking about her, obviously, because you should have went home. She's like, well, it's so obvious they're talking about me.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because you should be going home and you know it. Oh, it's crazy. I'm mad that I don't get to know whether Rob goes home or not this episode.
Yeah.
Because he should. And they're all trying to talk him out of it. But he found what he came for.
Yeah, that's the point of the show. Please leave. Please, Rob, be a decent person. Leave.
And
go with her.
Go with her and try and explore that connection that you guys have that's very strong. And that's the only way I think they'd ever actually make it. If he does leave, because you will try. Otherwise, what? He's going to sit in there and either try and make a connection with someone else, get back with Leah, which will actually just stab my brains out and I won't be able to watch it anymore. And then it's too much time has passed and they just don't try anymore.
This is going to be a depressing podcast when it's Leah and Rob and they're together and win the whole thing and we're just upset for the next 30 episodes.
I will boycott the whole show and I'll never watch it again.
Yes, you will.
Nope. Not if they won, because that is fucked up television.
All of reality TV is fucked up television.
No. So anyways, I really hope Rob goes home.
Yes,
me too. That's how I just can't. I was screaming at the TV.
We can hear you now.
Because it's stupid.
It is. I agree. I want Aaron to go home out of protest.
Aaron.
I want Aaron to go home out of protest.
Aaron's the cutest person. I'm so glad he yelled at everybody. I thought that was sweet.
And he should go home out of protest with his boy Rob. They should go together.
I just don't think Leah deserves the satisfaction of Rob staying.
I agree.
And I'll be mad. I'm already mad. Pre-mad. Pre-mad.
Okay, I really hope he leaves. My fingers are crossed. I hope. So do you?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Do we have a favorite couple still?
Oh, yeah. We got to do all that.
Yeah. I was just so heated that I forgot. My favorite couple hasn't changed. It's still Kaylor and Aaron.
Okay. No, it's Aaron and Rob. That's my favorite.
That's not a couple.
Serena and Cordell are my favorite couple. And I'm giving Aaron my favorite boy. And
Aaron's the sweetest.
And I'm going to give Andrea my favorite girl again. And she earned it more this time.
I just feel so bad for her.
Yeah, exactly.
She's so sad. And I get it. And I'm very sad for her.
And I
She
really
deserves
hope
more.
she gets a man who goes home with her when she gets booted off of an island game show.
She just, she didn't get a long chance in here.
She got a fine chance in here.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
She found a good couple, and like they converse a couple times at the show us because they're boring and in love or whatever.
Or whatever.
Or whatever. So many eye rolls from Rob. Just got to point that out. He just
Oh, yeah.
he looks at his brain.
Yeah, he does. That was a lot. Well, I get it, though. Who's your favorite boy? Stroll Cordell?
No, I'm saying Aaron took it.
Oh, Aaron.
Favorite
right.
boy because of his protest and his love with Rob.
Yeah. I think Serena's really moving up on my favorite girls just because I really do think she's the most realistic out of these people and the most humble of a human.
Yep.
I like her a lot. And then boy, I think Aaron. I just think everything Aaron says is the cutest thing in the world because he's just so nice to everybody.
Yep.
I like him.
Until right now.
But he's in the right.
Avenger, Aaron.
But he's in the right.
I agree.
He wins the top person even more just for actually standing up and saying something instead of it just being Rob.
I agree.
Anyways, that's it.
That's it. That's all.
That's all.
Goodbye. See you tomorrow night.